name is Lisa. I'm a fitness and wellness expert, and I've been in the game for a very long time. I am by no means a chef. Okay, so if you're expecting some kind of cordon bleu cooking, you are not going to get it here. I'm just very passionate about the fitness and wellness industry. This is my game, and really my mission is to make sure that you all leave completely inspired that healthy cooking can taste good and it is quick and easy to prepare. So you will be able to make this at home in no longer than 10 minutes, because none of us seem to have time these days. So we want to get home from a hard day at work, and literally within 10 minutes we can eat our dinner in front of the television, or hopefully at a dining room table with our family, and it didn't take us hours to prepare in the kitchen. So today I'm going to be making a healthy chicken strip wrap. And by chicken strip, I mean fries chicken strips. So it's a vegetarian range that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with from your biggest supermarkets. It's a lot healthier for us. It's got less saturated fats. It's your soya protein. It's got wheat inside it. And I have been a vegetarian for the last 4 years this year. Very proud to say that. And I use fries about 2 or 3 times a week in my diet. Not every single day, but definitely a couple of days a week, because I also miss the flavor of protein and of meat. But I will never go back to eating meat. So this tastes very similar. It's got a very good nutritional quality to it, and it's healthier for us, so why not use it? Okay, so to start your wrap, first of all you need to be putting your chicken strips on high heat. So a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil onto a frying pan, heat it up, and then place your strips inside. And the reason why we do it this way is because you want them nice and crunchy. You don't want a kind of anemic looking pale strip. So you don't boil this. You definitely fry it, and you can bake it as well on an oven sheet. So you'll see all the strips in here, and they've got a nice caramel color to them and a nice crisp, which is going to make it taste much nicer. Then I've chosen 3 different things to use as a wrap. So the first one is your traditional wrap, which is one that you buy from Woolworths or your food lovers market. It's just a basic wheat flour wrap. If you go to a specialty store, you could buy one that's made of potato flour, rye flour, quinoa flour, something that's a little bit unique. Okay, so that's the one kind of wrap. You just place it onto a dry pan like this one, any type of frying pan or wok, or you could put it in the oven, but literally it's 1.5 minutes on this side, flip it over, 1.5 minutes on the other side. It's got a little bit of a brown look to it, and it's heated through. Okay, then this is another product that I've actually just been introduced to over this weekend. They're called Wheatees, and they come in 2 different flavors: your regular, which is your white flour, and then your whole wheat flour. So they're crispy. There's nothing bad in them. There's no preservatives or kinds of like sugars. There's a little bit of sugar in this one, but we're not scared of sugar. Sugar we can burn off. It's the flavorants, and it's the sodium benzoate, and it's the E-colorants, and those things that we are scared of, the chemicals. Okay, natural products we're not scared of. What's nice about these, they're crispy, they stay fresh for long, and there's only 19 calories for one of them. So four of these equals to 1 slice of bread. 4 of these equals to 1 of these. Okay, so it's you can do the equation in your head. And for those people that don't like any type of wheat whatsoever and can't find a potato or rye kind of wrap, then you could actually use a lettuce leaf. You could put all your filling inside, you could roll it in the lettuce leaf and put a toothpick in it, and you could use that as your wrap. Okay, so all you'd need to do is make sure that you buy a whole head of lettuce. Alright, so I'm going to put my wrap on the heat now for 1.5 minutes on the one side, whilst I chop up everything. Okay, so we've got a variety of different types of lettuces. So this specific one is your cos lettuce or butter lettuce. So taking a little bit of that and just chopping it up into little strips. We don't like the whole leaf. Okay. Then we've got some microgreens. Now these are small little leaves that are filled with phytochemicals. Okay, very good for fiber and good with nutrients. You find those at your Pick n Pays and at your Woolworths now. So they're quite an in thing to add to any kind of stir fry or salad or wrap, your microgreens. Okay. Then a very, very nutritious and tasty kind of leaf is your baby spinach. Okay, for Popeye, for muscles, very high in iron. So if you are vegetarian specifically, you're going to get a lot more protein from spinach than you get from a lot of other products. So try and cut up a little bit of your baby spinach in your salads or inside any type of wrap. Okay, so those are your leaves. Then we're going to add a bit of cucumber. We all like cucumber. It's very good for water retention, not only good for the eyes. So just a couple of pieces of cucumber, and we're going to chop those into little wedges. Okay, all right. Tomato. Now, tomato is the only type of fruit or vegetable that is better for you when heated than when raw. And this is because it's got a product in it called lycopene, which lycopene really only comes out to its full flavor and real good properties when it's heated. So your tomato sauces, your tomato-based soups, and your pasta kind of tomato sauces are all very good for you, provided you don't add too much rubbish to them. But the heat actually improves the quality of the tomato. All other vegetables, if you add, okay, it's almost there, if you add heat to it, will destroy the nutrients. 80% of the nutrients are destroyed when you heat your vegetables. So try and cook your veggies at a low heat, preferably, and if not at a low heat, then you need to make sure you flash fry them, like in a stir fry, where the inside still remains quite crispy and raw. Okay, so you still know you're getting a lot of the nutrients. Then I like to add some peppers to all of my foods. Peppers are awesome source of vitamin C. They've got a gorgeous sweet flavor and they are full of nutrients. So we add a little bit of either red or green or yellow pepper or all of the above. Okay, that's done. Right, now time for a little bit of good fat. So avocado, don't be afraid of adding oils and fats to your food. In fact, you can't lose fat unless you add good fats to your diet. That's your poly and mono and saturated fats. You want to have things like avocado, nuts, raw unsalted nuts. Seeds are also fantastic. Your olive oil, your coconut oil, salmon. If you don't eat salmon, then you can have the vegetarian types of oils. But I'd like to slice a little bit of avocado into my wrap. It's going to add a really nice kind of flavor and creaminess without adding any type of sauce. Okay, I think my wrap is done as well, so let me take that off the heat. Okay, yeah, can you see it's just got a tiny bit of brown coloring to it? That means that it is ready. So I will add that to the one side and that to the other. Okay, I'll put my wheat, I'm going to actually just dress them here. I don't have another plate, so I'm going to put them over here. Alright, so inside my wrap, I'm going to put some of my leaves, and inside my little wheatie, I'll put the same thing. Okay. Some of my microgreens go on top. I mean, this is really so simple. You don't need to have a chef's license to do this, that is for sure. Okay, a little bit of cucumber on either one. Okay, some peppers. It's like a little perfect bowl. Okay, peppers over here. Let's add tomatoes. Okay, now I like my food a little bit spicy, so I'm going to add 1 or 2 pepper dews to the mix. These are very good at secreting all the good antioxidants inside the body, but also happy hormones like serotonin. So if you have chilies or pepper dews, jalapenos inside your food, you're going to be secreting those happy hormones into your system, which is really important for antidepressants. So we don't want to go on to those, that is for sure. Okay, let me add some more good fat. So this is your grilled nuts and seeds. I just got it from the little seed bar behind there. So you can do your own by buying a big packet of any kinds of raw unsalted nuts or seeds from the supermarket, putting them onto a dry pan, so in other words without any heat, without any oil, or onto an oven baked tray, and you just pop them all over and then pop them into the oven at 180 for 5 minutes, and it gets a beautiful caramel type color to it. It gives it a whole new kind of flavor, because sometimes raw unsalted nuts can be quite bland. So if you caramelize them a little bit without adding oil, it gives it a completely different flavor. Okay, so we're going to add some seeds to our wrap. I promise you this makes all the difference. Okay. Whoop. Another great thing to add is a few little sprouts. I mean, this is looking very interesting, this wrap, full of nutrients. Sprouts are part of the legume group, so very good for vegetarians. They are very high in protein and in fiber, so we want to try and increase our protein content. By that we add just a handful of those. Alright, cheese. I'm going to eliminate the cheese today, but you can add cheese or a little bit of crumbed feta on top, but let's not add that today because we have so much going on for us over here. Okay, a little bit of our avo. Okay, it's looking good. For a non-chef, I think I'm doing okay. Alright, I've added everything over here, so it's time to add my protein. So my 5 strips are needed. Okay. You can see they're beautifully browned, so I'm going to add a few to my wrap. And then to my little Wheatie over here. Okay. Cool, I need a toothpick from you. Okay. Right, now let's add some seasoning, a little bit of black pepper. A little bit of Himalayan rock salt. I'm a huge fan of this salt. It's a lot better than your regular salt because it actually boasts 84 trace elements and minerals. So if you are somebody that does a lot of exercise or running, you're going to be getting all your minerals from the salt, and it is lower in sodium than your regular table salt. So if you have high blood pressure, you don't want to be constipated, you don't want cellulite, water retention, or high blood pressure, you need to be taking this salt into your diet as opposed to your regular salt. So just a little bit sprinkled on top. And now for the dressing, you can go the fat-free option with a little bit of balsamic vinegar and olive oil. Today I've mixed something that's not quite fat-free, light mayonnaise with a little bit of your sweet chili sauce, so it's like chili-naise, okay? Because it is delicious, and everything else in here is so healthy that you can spare a little bit of mayonnaise, and chili-naise is fine. Okay, so let's just add a dollop here and there to my Wheatie. It's cool. Now we're going to wrap this guy up. So we're literally going to close him. Let's hope he closes. Shoo, just closes. And we're going to add our toothpick to it, like that. Okay, and as you can see, that really is meals in minutes. You've got your carbohydrates, you've got your protein, you've got your good fats in the form of your avocado and your seeds, and you've got approximately 1 full cup of raw veggies, which is an awesome way of getting in the veggies without having to eat them plain. And then your little Wheatie like that, I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so as you cut through that, you can imagine you're getting a flavor from all over, from the Wheatie, the carbs, gosh, the carbs, the proteins, and the salad. So there's just a variety of doing it, or you could actually serve it inside your little lettuce leaf here if you do not want to eat the carbohydrates and you're on a slightly higher protein diet.